Welcome to World Cup Cricket Classics. Today we're bringing you the 1992 World Cup final between Pakistan and England from the MCG in Melbourne. Pakistan, led by their inspirational skipper Imran Khan, were appearing in a World Cup final for the first time, whereas England were taking part in their third. They made one change from their semi-final win against South Africa. Derek Pringle came in for Gladstone Small. Pakistan also made a change. Ijaz Ahmed replaced Iqbal Sikandar. Imran Khan won the toss and he decided to bat first.
That's a great shot. Beautiful shot by Ramiz Raja. Have a look at that outfield go too. Into the fence at deep long on. Anything over pitched. Get it away through the gap. It's going to be four here. What a lovely shot that was.
It's the perfect start. We're just over pitching on the up, straight bat, straight drive on the onside of the pitch was always going to be four, and a good positive start by Ramiz Raja. Very much an in-form batsman. A wonderful World Cup. One of the reasons why Pakistan is in the final.
Five from the over, no wicket for 9. Off the thigh pad, I'd say. He was playing at that too. It may go for four-leg buys. It has. That's flicked the thigh pad and gone flying away fine. Stewart dived away to his left but couldn't get to it. That's good batting. If you're going to miss it, you've got to make sure you get some leg on it.
It's just a problem here for Chris Lewis. He's whacked a little bit of control. He's quite sharp at just pushing it down the leg side. Attempted a leg line, struck the thigh pad, and it raced away. The outfield in superb condition. Conditions should be perfect for all types of players here. The fast bowlers, the fieldsmen, the batsmen.
Oh, and it's short and out. He's hit it straight down the throat. No ball called. What? Oh, he nearly ran him out. My goodness. And again, it's all happening out there. Well, he didn't hear it. We nearly had it all over again. Umpire Buckner called no ball because, in his opinion, that ball would have passed the batsman's shoulder in his normal standing position, and as a result, called no ball. So Ramiz Raja is not out, but he started to walk, and had the ball hit the stumps, he would have been out, run out.
Well, I think that's a courageous and good decision by umpire Buckner. There it is. It certainly was a no ball. He wouldn't have been run out. We had that incident in the West Indies when Dean Jones went walkabout. Hicks, the fieldsman, was throwing, but he misses. It's dead ball because he can't be run out in that situation. It happened in the West Indies with an incorrect call. That was the right call by umpire Buckner. This time he works it through mid-on. Good, intelligent stroke.
Got him. Yes, he's got him. Pringle has struck. He's bowled beautifully so far. One half volley, but he's beaten the outside edge on numerous occasions. So England have struck early.
Amir Sohail was very nervous. He never really came to grips with the movement of Derek Pringle, and his line was perfect. He was probing just outside the line of the off stump. And this was a very good catch by Stewart. That was the one that went away. He dived forward and caught it a centimetre above the ground. That was a breakthrough that England needed. It's been a very exciting start to the World Cup. So Amir Sohail, the young left-hander, goes to the dressing room as Pringle breaks through. He's out for 4. It's 1 for 20. It was a vital breakthrough for England, and Derek Pringle, who's only offended by overstepping the front lines, had a pretty good start to this World Cup final. His line's been perfect. He's troubled Sohail just on off stump. This was the one that went away, hit the pitch. He got a thick edge, and Stewart took a good catch diving forward. It was a vital breakthrough that'll lift England's confidence in the early part of this World Cup. Sohail very, very nervous.
Yes, looked as though it had to be desperately close. Steve Buckner took his time, but Ramiz Raja if he has a fault, it's that he goes across the crease in playing defensively and occasionally tries to push across through mid-on. And he has gone the second wicket to fall in this Pakistan innings.
Derek Pringle will be very happy that this wasn't a no ball as well. Dead on target. Ball aimed right at middle stump there. Steve Buckner agrees with Derek Pringle's appeal. Pakistan are now 2 for 24.
Javed Miandad is the new batsman. Wonderful player, great experience, and already he's having a chat. Looked as though either it came off very slowly from the pitch, or it was Lewis's slower ball. His arm action seemed to be fast enough.
I think it was just a little extra bounce, in fact, that undid Javed Miandad on this occasion. There is a bit more bounce in this pitch than we've seen in many of the wickets that have been used in this World Cup tournament. And you see Javed there just looking a little bit askance at the bounce of that ball.
Mid-on didn't pick it up all that quickly.
Javed Miandad having a slightly uncomfortable time here. Chris Lewis bowling very well at him. Completely mistimes this shot and lobs it towards mid-on. He looked afraid it's not quite in quickly enough to make a catch out of it.
Half shout from Lewis trying to keep the batsman there from the single. It's 2 for 26 after 10. Well, I'm not sure he got away with that. It's a question whether or not umpire Aldridge thinks he played a shot. The answer to that is yes.
Well, that's what umpire Aldridge thinks. Chris Lewis completely deceived Javed Miandad. A little bit of extra pace and angled in towards the leg stump. Javed Miandad gets his right leg right out of position. In fact, he's in no position to play a shot at the ball by the time it's finished. It's almost an involuntary stab with the bat. I suppose you could just say that he's tried to compensate, tried to get the bat across before it's too late.
Well, there's a confident appeal. Umpire Bucknor has been called into action several times in the exchanges so far. He's given a caught behind, a leg before. He signalled a no ball from square leg, which negated the dismissal.
There's the ball hitting Javed, possibly a little bit high, going over the top. And umpire Bucknor not too happy with where that ball was going, so quite rightly gives Javed the benefit of the doubt.
And there's another one which must be very close, and the Englishmen are astonished this time as well that umpire Bucknor shakes his head.
This is a super spell by Pringle, and here the next ball also hits Javed straight on the pad, and that is very, very close and possibly just outside the off stump. But there's not much there for Javed. Oh, he's very, very close that, and Pringle very excited.
So there's the man out on the sweeper position, the deep cover. Fine leg, and then there's one out at deep mid-wicket. Javed will look for two here. He'll get them. Pringle, not the fastest of the England fielders, coming in from long leg, and he's also had a longish spell in this heat, Derek Pringle. So he rather laboured in to pick it up.
Imran there taking the two once again down to Pringle. He's just a little bit slow on that big boundary, trying to defend it. And Ian Botham is not very happy about the fact that they're picking up twos down there. He would certainly only like a single here.
Yes, they've got 2 to Imran. And early in the over, 2 to Javed Miandad, who's very adept in that area. Down the ground, over the top he goes. And that will go all the way. So 9 runs off the over, a big one for Pakistan after being really pinned down. And the score 2 for 43. That's a fine deflection, beautifully played by Javed Miandad. He really is a deft worker of the ball. Just use the pace of it, little deflection, 4 runs all the way.
Javed Miandad looking to get the ball down in this fine leg area. He gets really inside it and places it absolutely perfectly down in the fine leg gap there, where fine leg's got no chance of picking it up.
Just past the diving short. It's very fine, but there will be a stop on the boundary down there by Illingworth. Just have come off the 5 pad. It did, in fact. Umpire Bucknor making the signal, so more extras. Javed annoyed with himself that he didn't get the touch onto it.
It's Javed Miandad really working this area down to fine leg, getting right outside it, and he's really just trying to get it down there as fine as possible. Illingworth getting a boot on it just to prevent himself running into the side screen as well. But 3 runs more.
It's in the air, there's a top edge and a possible catch, and beautifully held but dropped. Well, he seemed to have got hold of it. Went off the top edge, a difficult swirling catch for Graham Gooch, and he seemed to have got his hands to it and held on, but then it popped out once he hit the ground.
He's going to flick the ball on the leg side. Gooch setting off after it, going as fast as he can, dives, thought he had it, and oh, he just bobbled out of his fingers right at the end. Then he was going for it again. He never really had it. He never really had it, but that is a very difficult catch.
Gooch, but it's way over his head and well back into the members. He's got that pretty fine. And that's the 1,000 in World Cup cricket for Javed.
First one to reach it, and it'll come as no surprise to his admirers around the cricket world that he's been so consistent. He's played since 1975, and now 1,001 runs. First man.
That's hit away. This could be out. No, it'll be over his head. De Freitas has come in a little bit too far, over his head and into the fence for 4. Javed going for the big one there, managing to get it just over the top of Philip de Freitas' head. That's his 3rd boundary. Well, he's got that one away beautifully. Nice and fine, that'll be 4. That is a bad ball. And that's also the 100 partnership. That one flicked away beautifully by Imran, fine for 4. 2 for 127. That's his 50. 91 balls for his 50. Settles for 1 as the throw comes in over the bails. So Javed Miandad, who so often sets the pace for his side in these matches, he's obviously decided he's going to bat right through this innings, and when it gets to the last 10 overs, he'll really cut loose. Slowly but surely his strike rate is lifting. Very firmly smashed away and fumbled there. Underneath the scoreboard it goes, and so that means it's 4. Well, Pringle got to it very comfortably, just bobbed out of his hands. Good shot. That's his 50, and that may get to the boundary too. Lightning outfield. 88 balls for his 50. 4 fours, 1 6.
He's beaten the mid-off fielder for 4 more. That's where he found the boundary in the last over. He's repeated the shot. Imran's going. And this time to the left of Gooch. So Lewis is proving expensive here. Javed Miandad may be distressed out there by illness, but he still can put away a full toss.
They might not want to run, Javed, and that could be dangerous for England, because if he keeps striking boundaries like this, then that run rate's going to go up even further. This time Chris Lewis lets him have a full toss, and Graham Gooch starting to feel very vulnerable at mid-off.
And Javed has gone to the reverse sweep. A shot which he has made almost his own. That reverse sweep straight to Botham at point. And Illingworth gets the wicket. And Javed Miandad, who for the last half an hour or so of his innings has been distressed and needed a runner, out in this rather unusual fashion.
It's not quite timed this, which is not entirely surprising. It's gone straight to Ian Botham at point. Miandad attempting to give this quite a heavy hit, the reverse sweep, but he's out, and Pakistan are 3 for 163.
He's beaten the backward point fielder. If it doesn't get there, they can run 4, but it will get there. Outfield quite fast, and Imzaman gets off the mark with a boundary.
The ground staff have worked very hard in preparing the MCG for this final, and the outfield is probably the quickest it's been all season.
That fine leg is very close in, and once it passed him, it goes all the way. The outfield is very fast today, leg byes, but they're very valuable, and there have been a lot of extras in this Pakistan innings to boost it. That's beautifully struck for 4. That's a magnificent shot.
Well, Inzamam ul Haq's been in wonderful form over the last couple of weeks, and he's basically said thank you very much indeed to Ian Botham for that one. It's a bit of a loosener, launched up at leg stump, and ul Haq, who's a very fine time of the cricket ball, also placed this beautifully. There's a man out at deep square leg, very square. There's a lot of ground to cover there. That's 4 runs.
And now delicate once more, just past the diving, short for 4 more. And once more for the Pakistanis, Imzaman is the man.
This was a feature of the Pakistan innings at Eden Park against New Zealand, that when they were under pressure batting second, so often they managed to get boundaries early in the over, putting the bowler under the pressure and taking the pressure off themselves. And this time Inzaman's played a very delicate late cut.
And he's got 4 more.
Well, the quicker they come, the quicker they go. And this is nothing more than a hard deflection by Inzamam ul Haq. Again, De Freyt is just straying slightly in his line. And this ball has raced away. It's given Derek Pringle absolutely no chance at all at long leg. He's not that wide, but he's slightly wide, and he's just taken 2 or 3 steps. And all he can do is watch that ball thud into the fence.
Down the ground, and a catch straight into the hands of Illingworth at long on. And Imran, who has batted so well for his 70, finally goes. Botham gets the wicket, and Pakistan are 4 for 197.
Imran Khan has to hit this ball very well. Ian Botham would be very relieved to see Richard Illingworth underneath it. Good pair of hands, very casually taken catch. No undue celebrations there, but very effectively caught. Imran Khan out for 70. Pakistan are 4 for 198.
That's a good hit. That's going all the way through mid-wicket for 4.
Went down on one knee virtually and whacked that over mid-wicket. He hasn't had a lot of luck so far in the tournament with the ball, Wasim Akram. He's a very dangerous cricketer, and if this is going to be his day, he certainly has looked pretty good with the bat as he drops down onto the knee and whacks it over mid-wicket. Could follow it up with the ball as well.
Two fine athletes playing beautifully at the right time for Pakistan. This is crunch time, the World Cup final, in front of a massive crowd at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Chris Lewis. Hit that straight, that could be 4 more. The long off coming around won't get it. Superb stroke.
Get one hit back at you like that as a bowler, and it's likely to take you off at the knees. You could see it was gone past Lewis before he could even throw the hand out.
One ball to be bowled, 13 runs off this over. One made up over 5. Higher scoring over the innings so far. They're coming back for second. Excellent cricket by the young Pakistanis. 4 for 247. Charge, and he hit that. That could go all the way. Superbly placed by Wasim Akram.
Well, we've got two very powerful men at the crease. Both tall, you see there, about the same height. Both of them hit the ball extremely hard, so if they do find the gap, it's see you later. And that's exactly what Wasim Akram did on that occasion. Got it into the gap. That was good night, nurse. You don't have to bother chasing those.
Full pitch. Rather out there, diving, doesn't get it. 12 off the over. 4 for 216. That's a good hit. That's going all the way through mid-wicket for 4.
Went down on one knee virtually and whacked that over mid-wicket. He hasn't had a lot of luck so far in the tournament with the ball, Wasim Akram. He's a very dangerous cricketer, and if this is going to be his day, he certainly has looked pretty good with the bat as he drops down onto the knee and whacks it over mid-wicket. Could follow it up with the ball as well.
Two fine athletes playing beautifully at the right time for Pakistan. This is crunch time, the World Cup final, in front of a massive crowd at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Chris Lewis. Hit that straight, that could be 4 more. The long off coming around won't get it. Superb stroke.
Get one hit back at you like that as a bowler, and it's likely to take you off at the knees. You could see it was gone past Lewis before he could even throw the hand out.
One ball to be bowled, 13 runs off this over. One made up over 5. Higher scoring over the innings so far. They're coming back for second. Excellent cricket by the young Pakistanis. 4 for 247. "49 overs bowled, 1 to be bowled to the Pakistan batting lineup. They've done a magnificent job here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in the World Cup final. 4 for 247. Imran Khan won the toss, elected to bat. It was a terrible start. They were 2 for 24. At the halfway mark, they were on the 60 mark, and they recovered with a magnificent onslaught in the final overs. Pringle, down leg side, gets it fine. Lewis is there. Just the single. Full pitch down to long on. Illingworth, just the single. Going down leg side. Well, he got away with that. Very lucky, Pringle. Pushed it down leg side. The crowd booing here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Yes, he was pretty fortunate to get away with that. Oh, yes.
Charge, missed it. One of the few bad shots from the Inzamam Huck. Charge too early, beaten by the bounce. It's bowled in. Good piece of bowling by Pringle, kicking the ball well up, but what a fine innings by this young man. He got a magnificent ovation. He's lifted Pakistan into a great position.
Derek Pringle's done a good job for England. These last 2 overs he's bowled. And you see that one, terrific length and right on line. Derek Pringle picking up his 3rd wicket. Got 2 in his first spell. And with 1 ball remaining in the innings, Inzamam is on his way back to the pavilion. 1 legal delivery to go. It's 5 for 249.
Swing and a miss, they're going to run. Well, they tried, he's run out. So, it wasn't Ackland run out, so after 50 overs, Pakistan are 6 for 249. A magnificent effort.
That was a good recovery from Pakistan. Javed Miandad was perhaps lucky to escape those 2 LBW appeals from Derek Pringle, but with Imran Khan, Inzamam and Wasim Akram, he took Pakistan to a very competitive total. England would have to bat well to win their first World Cup. The England reply didn't get off to the greatest of starts. Ian Botham went for naught, given out caught behind off a beauty from Wasim Akram. Alex Stewart followed soon afterwards, chasing at one from Aqib Javed that jagged away to depart for just 7. After England's stuttering start, we join the action with the score on 32 for 2 in the 11th over.
Well, the day was tamed. Ijaz Ahmed inside the field restricting area.
He's got it through, and he's timed it well. Outfield fast here this evening. Zahid makes a real mess of it out there. But he says that he saved it from heading into the boundary. Umpire doesn't agree. He says it's gone into the gutter. And I don't think he really realized that the gutter was the boundary.
And there was a shortish gully position. Mushtaq, an attacking leg spinner. The man, 21 years of age, has great control. He's got 57, good average. Economy rate's up a bit, but he gets wicket at a vital time for Pakistan. He always bowls at the top order batsman. He's had a good World Cup. He's got important wickets. One remembers Dean Jones in Perth was a vital wicket for Pakistan.
Yes, it's always pertinent to take note of the wickets that the bowlers do take. 9 matches for 13 wickets, and his economy rate just a little bit better there, 65.6 runs per 100 balls.
Oh,
well, that's got to be close.
Wrong, he's got him. Beautiful bowling. He wasn't picking in Graham Hick, and he was plumb. Superb effort by the young leg spinner. Sharp spinning wrong and plumb in front.
Yes, well, I think that was always predictable. Hick was having trouble picking that one, especially when it was a little bit further up. He was playing from the crease, and all Ahmed had to do was hit that back pad with one of his googlies, and this is what he did. You watch him go back here, and the ball spins back onto him, and in point of fact, hit the front pad, but his foot was only just on the front crease. And so umpire Aldridge from New Zealand raises his finger, and that's a huge blow to him. Well, the Pakistanis are very happy, and Graham Hick, no doubt, very sad. 36 balls for his 17, and England now 3 down for 59.
Ooh. Miscue from Graham Gooch. And they got 2 runs for that.
Graham Gooch looking to hit this over extra cover. Just gets the ball to turn on him and hits it through the vacant slip area. You see it again.
That's up in the air. It's gone out towards deep square leg. There's a man underneath it. That's a brilliant catch. Akib Javed is the man who's coming from deep square leg, and he is absolutely delighted. He's going to do a lap of honour all by himself. That for a World Cup final is a great, great catch, and the England captain has gone.
Graham Gooch looking to accelerate this England scoring rate that Pakistan bowlers have really contained. Tries to, he goes on the sweep here, and the ball sweeping against the spin, that's why the ball goes in the air. And look at this wonderful catch by Akib Javed, right at, just above grass level. What a superb catch. And Mushtaq is so excited, so is Akib, and so the whole Pakistan team. They know that getting the England captain out now, England have huge problems. The score 4 for 69.
That's going to go very quickly down for 4 runs. The man's wide at long leg. That's 4 very welcome runs for England, which takes them to 4 for 80. And early trouble for Alan Lamb. Mushtaq Ahmed's bowled superbly tonight. He's had all the England batsmen looking at him very carefully indeed.
Yes, he's bowling it just outside the off stump, pitching it perfectly for his googly.
That could run away for 4. This outfield's been very quick all day. It's been superbly prepared by the curators here at the MCG. And Alan Lamb is away. Beautifully controlled sweep shot.
Mushtaq Ahmed has bowled wonderfully here today. He's pitched it almost perfectly there. It's just slightly over pitches. And Lamb gets it away, but it's the 4s haven't been very easy for the England batsmen to get.
Fairbrother's going to look for 2. That's good running. Lamb placed it very well, and Fairbrother was off, left up like a rabbit. At least very, very quickly. They've got to start their surge now, and they've got to be very careful not to lose a wicket. They look for 2 again. Beautiful stroke, away over cover. Alan Lamb's been searching for that shot. He was trying to get around so he could hit Amir Sohail, the left-arm spinner, away over cover, but Amir Sohail kept angling the ball in at him quite flat. Now Lamb has got Imran away over the infield. Great delivery, left arm round the wicket. Alan Lamb has been cleaned up. Perhaps so too England. Beautifully bowled by Wasim Akram. It's an unusual action and direction to come left arm around at that pace. Alan Lamb has gone.
And they're all watching on the Giants board here. What we're now watching on our screens. A magnificent delivery. Wasim Akram brought back just for that purpose. Lamb and Fairbrother had stuck on Pakistan. And now Wasim Akram removes Lamb for 31. It's 5 for 141. New batsman is Chris Lewis. England relying now on a lot of all-rounders towards the end of their order. Lewis, Reeve, Pringle, De Freitas. Fairbrother is still there.
Subtract Lewis from that list. Wasim Akram is on a hat-trick. played on. Again, left arm around the wicket, and Pakistan players here, the spectators in the Ada, and I suspect millions back home are dancing in absolute joy.
So the first wicket, that of Alan Lamb, with an absolutely magnificent delivery, as near as to unplayable as you can possibly get. And Chris Lewis going first ball with a big in-swinger. He has every reason to be happy. He's on a hat-trick. He knows what it is to be on a hat-trick. He's been there several times before and has taken at least 2 from memory in one-day internationals. First ball duck, 6 for 141. So the little interlude of an over from Amir Sohail, and we now can pay our attention to Wasim Akram, who is on a hat-trick. Wickets of Alan Lamb and Chris Lewis. And the big left-hander is coming up to see if he can make it 3 in a row.
This was an absolute cracker. Came in on that angle, left arm round the wicket. Angled into Alan Lamb and then cut back to hit the outside of the off stump. Didn't just smash it in the middle. It just clipped the outside. Lewis playing on. Beaten by speed and swing. Hit the base of middle stump. Now then, Wasim Akram is on a hat-trick. It'll slip in. It might be a little unlucky that he has Fairbrother at that end rather than the new batsman Dermot Reed.
He's had 2 hat-tricks in one-day internationals before. No ball. So we still have to wait to see if he'll get one, perhaps a technical hat-trick. No ball. Signal by umpire Aldridge. Chetan Sharma, in fact, got the only previous hat-trick in the World Cup. And he bowled all 3 of his. Wasim Akram, one of his previous hat-tricks have also been all bowled. Bojan, Marshall and Ambrose for the West Indies. But he won't get another one. So tremendous effort by Wasim Akram.
Amir Sohail there has got right across the pitch. He was getting ready for an appeal, delivered the ball left arm around the wicket, and then as he started to go for the appeal, he jumped right in front of the umpire.
Well, there's a misfield, and they've got to come back for the second, and that brings up his 50. 64 balls. A very good effort by him. It's also the end of the over. 6 for 165.
Yes, this has got to be the over, the last over from Amir Sohail. And with the left-hander on strike, it might be a little easier, although Fairbrother is hurting a bit. Don't know whether that'll restrict his batting.
So Fairbrother, the left-hander here. The question is, can he get one away into the gap at mid-wicket over the short mid-wicket's head? Get it over the top of the heads of those 2 there. He's got a chance.
Catch it!
That's the area just over the top, and it'll run away down towards the boundary. Will it get cut off? Yes, yeah. Oh, it's been missed. Into the fence it goes. Well, the idea was right. He didn't quite middle it. Mushtaq down there went right over the top of it. No, he's gone in the leg.
You're never safe if you've backed Pakistan. They always give you a worry. Oh, strike me, he hasn't even got a glove on that. You can't make an error if you don't touch him. That was the theory in baseball. I think if I was scoring, that would have to go down as an error.
Fair weather charges, but he's bowled very well in the spell, Aqib Javed, keeping the ball up. They're coming back for the second. Throws the bowlers in. That's good running. Fair brothers played very well here, David. He's a fighter and he's shown a lot of courage.
Shown a lot of character, Neil Fairbrother. Again, another Englishman suffering from an injury at a crucial time. But his job now is to stand there and whack the ball. He's got to make contact, keep nudging the ball into the gaps, try and hit the odd boundary in between. That's what England need as well.
Slow ball and well bowled. They don't get a single. A bit of confusion there with the run of the men at square leg running for the left-handed Neil Fairbrother.
And in fact, Alex Stewart, who is the runner at square leg there for Neil Fairbrother, saying he couldn't hear the call. And of course, the last thing they want now is a tragic run out for Neil Fairbrother. And it really is very hard. There's a lot of noise at the stadium, 80-odd thousand people there, big atmosphere.
Charged, gets away, bottom edge. It's going to go all the way. Very valuable runs for England. They're in this match still. They'll go right down to the wire here.
That's what England desperately need. It doesn't matter where they come. And it's a traditional gap in one-day cricket down at fine third man. Just a little under edge there from Neil Fairbrother, and it's just eluded the diving Moeen Khan behind the stumps. Neil Fairbrother won't mind where these runs come from. 70 still needed, only 44 balls remaining.
Is England in trouble? Great match so far for Pakistan with both bat and ball. It's it in the air. Surely this must be out. Wicketkeeper coming around. Moeen Khan. He's got it. That could be the World Cup. Good performance by Aqib Javed, keeping his cool. Fairbrother trying to hook it over mid-wicket. Didn't get it away, and the wicketkeeper running 20 metres took a well-judged catch.
Well, that was always the wicketkeeper's ball once it had gone up in the air. Neil Fairbrother not hitting this cleanly at all. Top edge on this ball. He's got a long walk back to the pavilion here at the MCG. Plenty of time to think there. Short ball from Aqib Javed, just Fairbrother getting just underneath it, cramped for room, and Moeen Khan very quick out of the blocks. Aqib Javed, the successful bowler. The Pakistan is once again delighted. Fairbrother gone for 62. England are 7 for 180.
It's in the air. There's a man out there. He's going back inside the circle. Here he comes. He's got it. Good catch. Almost a collision. Fine bowling and a magnificent catch. Ramesh Raja running with the ball. Judged that beautifully. Pakistan on fire at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
It was a very difficult catch for Ramesh Raja. There's the glare of the lights up there, the ball coming over his shoulder. Not the best, not the easiest of catches at the best of times. Dermot Reeve having no option but to try and get after the leg spinner. And Mushtaq Ahmed struck again. Certainly been his nights. 3 wickets now. Dermot Reeve aiming over the top, trying to go over the top of extra cover. Not connecting, danger of collision there. That was Pakistani's major worry, but Ramesh has clung onto it. It's a very, very good catch. England have slumped again. Reeve gone for 15, England 8 for 183.
Yorks him, close. Get back. He's back. It was all action there. It was all happening. Very close LBW shot. It was a Yorker. Maybe some bat there from Pringle. They're looking for a run. It was all happening.
This is a lethal delivery, especially if you're Derek Pringle's toes. That's a classic Akram delivery, in-swinging Yorker. And it's not slow, that I do promise you. Derek Pringle taking the decision to try and get out the way as soon as possible, nearly runs himself out as well. Just back in time. That's not a bad seed either, and Akram can do no wrong.
He's a magnificent athlete. Have a look at this action. He's a good athlete. He's a fine runner, but his success is in the quick arm actions. He really does charge in well forward. Beautiful, smooth run to the wicket, but when he gets there. It's so quick with the arm action. That's where he gets all his release from, always running through the crease and swinging the Yorker into the right-hander, almost unplayable to a low-order batsman.
Not too easy for a top-order batsman.
Going for single. Misses. Extra run. They'll be run out if they go. No. Calm heads. A very good over from Wasim Akram. It's 8 for 188. 3 balls to be bowled by Mushtaq in this cup final. It's well struck. It's going all the way to the boundary. That's a good hit. That's well struck by Derek Pringle. A long boundary there, about 90 metres.
It's at least 90 metres out there, Bill, and it's one bounce into the crowd. Derek Pringle kept his eye on that ball very, very closely. No fog over the contact lenses there.
He's hit that ball to deep mid-wicket. They're coming back to the second. It's got to be close. The throw's good. Close is out. The Freitas run out the 9. A brilliant piece of work by Salman Malik in the deep. It was a good throw. And Mohan Khan, who's done beautifully with the gloves, had the bails off in a flash. A very good take.
Lovely piece of wicket-keeping at the end there. Philip de Freitas desperately having to come back to the second run. And for once, Salim Malik gets it on the axe. It hasn't been Salim Malik's greatest tournament. But at least he can say to himself tonight he's got involved there. It's been a fabulous team effort by Pakistan. This is a great throw-in. Picks it up cleanly. And de Freitas is always struggling there as soon as Mohan Khan just picks the ball up on the half volley. That's good keeping. Easy decision for Brian Aldridge to give. De Freitas has run out for 10. England are 9 for 208.
Gets a nick. The man, third man coming around, may not get it. Doesn't. That's 4.
Well, England need these runs any way they can get them. Steve Buckner again, the West Indian umpire, very relaxed. England 9 for 216.
This one's tipped away. Could go for 4, and it does. So England fighting down to the wire. With 5 balls to be bowled in the World Cup for 92.
Well, all those England supporters at Putney Constitutional can stay awake for another 10 minutes just to see what, or another 3 minutes probably in these conditions. Fine clip. It's a Javed Miandad type shot there that Richard Illingworth has played. And even at this juncture, Imran Khan changes the field, sends the man back to long leg to cover that shot.
England tries to bowl before the man's inside the circle. Umpire Steve Buckner has not missed a trick in this World Cup. Threw the arm out and said there's not the man inside the circle in complete control in the final over.
Actually, it almost looked as though Imran Khan had forgotten to tell the man to come in, and he was racing in as Imran Khan was running in.
That's up in the air. He's getting under it. This could be victory. It is. Pakistan win the World Cup. A magnificent performance in front of 87,000 people. Imran Khan has led his side to victory. What a great victory.
Well, the Pakistani players in prayer on the ground to give thanks for their victory. They've certainly been the side of the night. Their momentum in this tournament has grown and grown and grown, and they've timed their best form absolutely perfectly. It's been a team effort. The entire squad, the physio, the doctors, they're all out on the field now, and they're loving every moment of this. Imran Khan, his 5th World Cup, his 5th attempt to win the trophy, and he's finally done it. And even the great Imran allows himself a smile there. Very cool customer. But he's going to savour every moment of this.
Yes, they win by 22 runs, and they did it in style. They bowled England out. They defended the 249 magnificently. Wasim Akram, Mushtaq Ahmed bowled beautifully. Fine catching in the deep. Young Akif Javed bowled a good spell as well. So they're on top, and all the fieldsmen contributed. And there must be the proudest man of the world at the moment, Imran Khan.
England's run chase was always going to be tough, but those iconic dismissals of Alan Lamb and Chris Lewis by Wasim Akram ripped the heart out of the cause. In the end, they fell 22 runs short.